This is Think Big Show, and I'm your host, Mirela Sula. Today, I have invited 3 powerful women who are in a mission to empower other women. Let's watch the video introduction before I bring them to the studio. Today we have the privilege of speaking with 3 amazing women who are leading the charge for women empowerment through their work as regional directors of the Global Women Club. First, we have Linda Attram, the director of Global Women Club Accra. Linda is a dynamic and passionate leader who has dedicated her career to empowering mothers in business. With over 20 years of experience in business development, Linda brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to her role at Global Women Club. She is committed to helping women entrepreneurs succeed and grow their business by providing access to valuable resources and networking opportunities.
So I just want to start by thank you for contributing.
Next up, we have Enas Daeki, the director of Global Women Club Notting Hill. Enas is a big campaigner for refugees, and her work with Global Women Club has had a significant impact on the movement for women empowerment. With her life and professional experience, Enas is dedicated to helping women entrepreneurs break down barriers and achieve their dreams by providing them with the tools and resources they need to succeed. Finally, we have Dasha White, the director of Global Women Club Mayfair. Dasha is a visionary leader who is passionate about empowering women to achieve their full potential. With over 15 years of experience in business development and marketing strategies, Dasha has a wealth of knowledge and expertise that she brings to her role at Global Women Club. She is dedicated to helping entrepreneurs succeed by providing them with business support, resources, and connections that they need to thrive. Here we are. Yes, my guests today are very special. Here I have in the studio Linda Attram. She's the regional director of Global Women Club Accra. Enas Daeki, she's the regional director of Global Women Club Notting Hill. And Dasha White, she's the Global Women Club director of Mayfair. Wow, I feel like, home has arrived here. Are you feeling home, ladies?
Oh, definitely, yes.
So of course, you didn't travel from Notting Hill, Nottingham, Accra, or wherever. It feels like you have been here. You are everywhere. You're a global woman. You are in a mission, and it's a great pleasure to have you here and part of the journey. So, Linda, you started at the beginning this journey with bringing Accra to the whole world, because you know the mission of Global Women is about connecting the local with the global, and you are the best example of there is no limit. So what motivated you to start this? Of course, you have been with a passion to help mothers in business, a businesswoman yourself, but what was the drive that motivated you to start a club for Accra, and you were based in London?
Yes, thank you so much for that question, Mirela. So what motivated me was really when I started off being a member about 4 years ago. I just absolutely loved the community. I loved the energy, I liked the vibe, and I thought, what else can I do to give back to support Global Woman? Because Global Woman had given me so many things in terms of training, for the book project, also training in terms of media training as well, and I just loved it. I just loved getting involved in so much, and I thought, well, how can I step up and be a leader? So that was my opportunity to, come forward and step out of my comfort zone, become a regional director. But not only that, not only just for myself, but also so that I could grow a community of women in Accra, Ghana. Because I knew that the organisation was global, but there seemed to be a missing piece of the juggle, the jigsaw, and in Africa. So I thought that would be perfect for me to be a regional director there, and it's great because it gives that part of the world the opportunity to be part of this amazing community.
Well, definitely you are a great leader. Probably at that time you're thinking, yes, I have a calling. I think I can do it. But you didn't know, I guess, the how, but you were certain, you had a big belief that the how will come in the journey. Is it the way it felt for you, Enas?
I absolutely can relate, because I remember just walking into the space that you created, and I remember
it was in Richmond. And I remember it was a mission to get to Richmond from my place, from Notting Hill to Richmond.
Very far, yeah.
It was very, but for me, it was, you know. And when I walked in, I was like, I absolutely love this energy. And I became a member on that day. But on that day, right away, I was like, I would love to create something like this. Now, one thing that really, really stood for me in that club was your energy, what you bring as a leader. It is really
we attract like.
Exactly. It was very inspirational, and I was like, I would love to really inspire women. Because one thing that I've noticed about that club and the whole movement of Global Women is you don't relate to women as victims, which I really love. You're like, oh, you don't have this, you don't know. Stand up, create something, be in that club, and make it happen. And one example that you say, the gym doesn't make you have the body that you want. It offers you all the tools for you to create the body that you want, but you have to put the work. And it's so inspirational and empowering that you relate to women as they're great. You don't listen to them as weak, which I really, really love. They have to, you know, they have to shine. They have to really step up. And that's what I've noticed with all the global women that stay there, is that they step up to something bigger than themselves. Or how do they relate to themselves, and they listen to themselves like you're listening to them, which is bigger than what they taught. And it creates so many new possibilities, because I see a lot of women, they started somewhere, and now by connecting, by sharing, by, you know, taking new steps, it's in a whole different world rather than being victims, which really, really very inspirational. This is how I relate to that club, and this is what I would love to, you know, share with women.
Thank you for bringing this this key factor, because that's so true. If there is something that we really relate with what we do at Global Women, is like raise yourself above your circumstances. Instead of victimizing yourself, see how can you become the hero, the shiro. And Dasha, you stepped up for a big role. I mean, you're conquering Mayfair, and everybody looks like is loving it. Do you think it's you or is Mayfair now?
It's really, really inspiring to be the leader in such a prominent part of London. It's very luxurious. It makes you want to level up. And that's the dynamic I want to bring into working with the club, with young entrepreneurs, to be in an environment when you want to step up, when you have environment when you want to accomplish more, when you feel there's more to me. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. For us, Mirela, we were introduced by mutual friends. We had a really good conversation, and it was absolutely impossible being around this lady not to be inquisitive to find out a little bit more. So I did my research, and I was just absolutely blown away by the mission, vision, and determination. And I think more than anything else for me, because I've been quite well established in central London for quite some time, there's so many network groups, it's more or less one way. It's empowering, inspiring, and the journey stops. What I loved being a business strategist, there must be more. So knowing that it's empowering and practical, that's what resonates with me. Thinking, I love that. It goes beyond just talking and inspiring. It's actually business academy, and it's a self-development courses and professional courses. So there's more than just talking. And nowadays I found with entrepreneurs, you know, that's what they need. They are reasonably established at certain level, and they want more. And I think that's what we can do with Global Women.
Well, thank you so much for your trust and for everything you do. I mean, I feel very blessed I have attracted you, and having you on board is incredible, honestly. And yes, let's allow all kind of compliments to each other, because we are all the time raised with this old culture, like, oh, you should not embrace the compliments and the little steps and the little success that you achieve. But yeah, of course, it's not, you know, always success. It's not always glory. There are lots of challenges as well. So Linda, based on your experience, not only working with Global Women in the last 2-3 years, and it's quite international, but you have been in business for quite a while now. What are the main challenges that women faced when, especially mothers, if you have children, it's even more challenging. What are the main challenges that women face while they're running their own business?
Great question. Thank you, Mirela. I believe that the main challenge for particularly mothers is time management. They really want to, you know, get out of the house. They want to be financially dependent for themselves. They want to be able to leave a legacy for their children. But it's about how they manage their time, but also how do they level up themselves as well? How do they find a community that can help them to grow? Because it's very lonely, as you know yourself, being in business on your own, and you need to have that community around you. So the biggest challenge that I find with the women that, you know, when they come into our club and we talk to them about, you know, how can we help you? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for that community spirit. They're looking for, you know, to be around inspirational women that can help them to level up as well. But they're also looking for a community that can give them more skills, more training, and the opportunity to have their voices heard. Because as mothers, you tend to lose your identity because you're called mum all of the time, and you lose your name. But within Global Woman, they have that opportunity of being themselves, just coming and being them, and, you know, promoting themselves and giving themselves that opportunity to shine.
Yeah, wow. Thank you, Linda. That's so true, and you summarized it so well. It's the time and the opportunities that they're searching, and sometimes, you know, we know something is missing, but we don't know where to search for it, and we don't know it is possible to find it, and we don't have that faith to keep believing that, yeah, if I take myself out of the comfort zone and find a community where I'm supported, I'm welcome, probably things will change.
Sure.
And you're so right. So, Enas, why do you think women come to Global Women Club Notting Hill? What drives them to that club?
One thing that I would say, Mirela, from what I know and the people that I know of, they've watched my journey. And I think this is something that I kept hearing.
Yeah?
They can relate maybe, but then they've seen the growth that I had inside of that club. They've seen me, even though I had great circumstances in a way, but there's a lot of things that I was stopped, and I didn't know how to create, and I didn't know how to approach people and be who I am today. So, you know, from joining the club, doing my TEDx, doing my book, you know, your support also to know a lot of people, support with Arabella, your support with so many things, and the club support as well. They've seen me grow being inside of that club, and I think they want some of that. So that's from what I know. Plus, when they go there, the connection, the vibe, the energy, you as well, people in there are amazing. They create partnership. They create, you know, new adventures, and they connect. And it's the space that keeps growing and keeps bringing new people every time. You've got new people coming in, and you can create a new possibility every month. So it's a place for growth. So I think that's what really attracts them, is the growth.
No, thank you. Yeah, of course, as human beings, if we don't grow, that means that we are not living our life fulfilled and with our potential.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for bringing that perspective and for what you do with Global Women Club Notting Hill. And Dasha, you have just started the journey. It's only the beginning, but definitely you started. Like in our culture, we say a successful beginning is half of the journey. How do you feel? Do you feel like it has been a great boost of start?
Absolutely loved our launch. I think we had such a beautiful feedback, and we managed to create so much buzz on social media and in Mayfair, and maybe a little bit in London. So there's lots of interest. People now understand what I bring to the club. So it's the duality of addressing personal issues, professional issues, and creating a space when it's a two-way conversation. I think it's very, very important. I think also, you know, what I hear consistently from the members and from the new people who I met, it's the ability to slow down a little bit, which I think very, very important. Because if we just remain superficial, it doesn't allow depth. So maybe giving people a little bit more time to actually not just my name is and my business is, but actually where you at. You know, are you stuck? Talk to me. Just tell me what it is, because so many people will listen, so many people will hear, and everybody will have an opinion. And do you think women have the confidence to share, to open up for the challenges they have, for the issue? And do they have the confidence that they can find that support in the club at the beginning? I think it's up to us as group leaders, okay, to create the environment. To think it's okay. because everybody right now, I think young entrepreneurs and small to medium-sized businesses, they're a little bit in a position of overwhelm. It's so much advice, it's so many podcasts, there's so many users, so many strategies around, and they come to us in a complete overwhelm. So for me to create a space when they can slow down, thinking, right, out of 4, what do you think? Which way do I go? And maybe it's not up to me. I said, ladies, what do we think? Because the environment is beautiful, supportive, and it's a smart ladies there. So for me to create the space when they feel they can share, and it's okay to be stuck, I think it's very beautiful.
Yeah, that's so true, and yeah, absolutely. It's incredible how much you can do when you belong to a community, when you're part of a team, when you believe in the same mission, in the same vision, and you're driven by that purpose to support others. So, Linda, you're quite ambitious woman. I mean, your life is like a fairy tale when it comes like successful mother. Your children are all successful in their own ways, and your husband very supportive. You are always a great role model, standing for other women, showing by your example. And you have, I mean, your journey has been incredible, and you get younger and younger, and yeah, you are everywhere. You find the time for the family, for the business, for entertaining yourself, for being a great mother, a great friend, and you are all the time also supporting women of the Global Women Club. So you're showing us there, when you love what you do, when you're passionate, you don't see it as a job. You don't see that the day has 24 hours. So tell us your formula.
That's my secret formula, but thank you for the compliment. So for me, it's exactly what you said. It's doing what I love, and I don't see it as a job at all. And I don't have any set hours. I don't say, okay, right, I'm only going to work from 9 till 5.
Okay.
Whenever the mood takes me to do, whether it be a Global Woman post or to make a phone call, whatever, I just do it. And I have no set hours.
And you don't feel like, oh, I have to do it. What time is it? You just feel that passion to do it.
I mean, I'm human. Some days I do feel like that, but most of the time I'm very, very innovative and creative to just keep going, because I love exactly what I do, and I know that there are lots of people out there that are watching, and it's my role to inspire women so that they can do whatever they want to do, whether it be the same sort of things that I'm doing, or if they just want to step out of their comfort zone. Showing by example is the best way forward, and you don't necessarily have to have that person as a client or even a member of your club. You're just helping society, you're helping women to elevate. And that's what I do.
And how does it make you feel? Because I know quite a few success stories with your club. When you see the journey of a woman from the beginning, coming with very little confidence, very shy, probably lost in the world, having no idea what's my purpose, what's my role in this world. And then very soon after, you see this woman thriving and shining. And it's incredible how transformation can bring a woman into a complete different world.
I absolutely love it, and it just really warms my heart just to see that transformation and that growth in women. And it's like a ripple effect, because as one member starts to step up and get more recognition, get more visibility, then the other members see that too. So that transfers throughout the whole organisation, not just in my club. It's the part of the community that you've created.
Well, we are creating it together, and if you would sit me here and interview me, so do you see what you have created? I had no idea at the beginning where this is going to go, but I've been blessed to meet women like you and do this journey together.
We've been blessed to meet you, Mirela.
Yes.
We're so
Let's create a blessing world. And please bring more blessing women to our community. We'll bless everybody.
Exactly.
So how do you keep yourself inspired, beautiful, in good aura, and always at the top of everything? I mean, I know you behind the scenes, Enas. So how, where do you find all this inspiration? Tell us, tell the world how every woman can aspire that.
I mean, I have the normal conversation, but I have the conversation in my head that's so disempowering. And you taught me this. So I generate a really, empowering conversation that replaces that conversation, and just really know that I'm responsible for both. So if I'm disempowered, that means I'm having a disempowering conversation. And if I'm empowered, I'm having an empowering conversation. So I can just choose to be miserable and like in bed and sick, or I can just choose to inspire people. So it's just how, which life do I
So you have choices.
I have choices. That's it. It's responsibility of what conversation I can entertain.
And do you feel that sometimes by you making this choice, it's a responsibility how you show up as a leader, so other women can aspire to that choice as well?
Do you know what, Mirela? I will have to say, right, and this is something that really is attracted me to you, this is why I'm very close, is that I knew that you need to have role models. You need to have people that you look up to and be like, I want to be like them, because they keep you, you know, in your bad times, they pull you up. You need these people in your life, and I think that's the most important thing, and it is available in Global Women. You will find people like Dasha, Linda, you, and so many directors in there. Even they've got their downtime. I know you don't allow it, because you are selfless.
You don't have that luxury to let yourself down, because you have
all
these.
That's it. I can't afford it, because so many people rely on me. So that's the key to happiness. And I think you forget about your misery when you're out in action. You just like forget it, and you just like, oh my God, I'm happy. I'm like, I look good. I feel good. There's people. So you just get into the movement and you forget about your.
And then when you're in a mission to help other women, you feel empowered yourself as well.
Yeah, you go bed like burnt out, knowing that you made a difference and you gave it all that you can. And that's my best, and this is what I would love to keep myself, you know, operating in life in that level. And that's what Global Women does.
Yeah. That's
so
the
powerful. Main key, yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for being a great inspiration for many young women as well, because you're relatively young. Sometimes you say, you're my daughter, you're my daughter's age, and you're so mature and so you're determined to do whatever it takes to create that community where people who are part of the club are really connected and inspired by you.
Thank you for believing in me. Thank you.
Absolutely. So Dasha, that's a very key point. I was about to ask you, from your previous experience, do you think that women really had that support for each other, or they believed that they can get support from other women? Because you have experienced like corporate work, all kind of experiences in your entrepreneurial journey as well. So what is your point of view on that?
I didn't have much corporate experience. I started my first business when I was 27, so I've always been very entrepreneurial.
As you work with corporates, you provide services.
So the culture is very, very different, and I know it from my daughter's experience, who left corporate world after 10 years working as a marketing executive and never looked back. So I know how, obviously, there's a good parts, of growing within corporate, but there are some parts where I strongly disagree. So entrepreneurs, yes, we all know the phrase, it can be a very lonely place. And I think the sense of belonging is a very powerful sense. It's a very powerful feeling. And I definitely can speak from the experience, because for quite a few years, I lived in a small town. And I absolutely loved the small community and raising my young family. But I think I was the only entrepreneur in the area or within my friendship group. Everybody was established, middle class, happy, had most beautiful, amazing friends and support group. But I didn't feel like I kind of belong. It just, and that sense of belonging, I think it's very, very important, especially within female community, because you hear all the stories. We're obviously still a little bit preconditioned by social media, and do I follow the path of where social media take me in terms of looks or feelings, or where I'm in love or life, where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. Also, so it's lots of pressures we have. So I think what's very, very important is just remind yourself ever so often that who you are and what you want, and just be stubborn and stick to your guns. And I think there's more to me. Maybe it's not my time to shine for some, like a family circumstances or like a period of your time. Sometimes we do have to do what we have to do, but you should just have this quiet confidence. There's more to me. There's absolutely more to it. And the motto I bring to Mayfair Club, you know, I absolutely love. I repeat it quite often because I love it. Sometimes in my kind of downtime, when I'm just kind of maybe a little bit upset or a little bit confused, I remind myself I didn't come this far to only come this far.
Yeah, I love that.
I also have goosebumps. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Let's start with you, the last message. Why do you think women should come and join the Global Women Club in Mayfair? Give us 3 reasons.
It's a sense of belonging. It's a sense of you are not on your own. It's a sense you can make a phone call or reach out through the app, through the platform. You know you're not on your own. It's the empowerment, very, very important. You just feeling that support and push. Come on, girl, you can do it. We're right behind you. And definitely practical support. Definitely listening what they need, connections, introductions. If they need advice, business advice, some people come to me for like a little bit of mentorship, and I'm more than happy to support. So I think it's a combination of the 3 really works.
Oh, thank you so much. Absolutely. It's only the beginning, and I have a big faith and big belief on what you do, and you're going to grow that community, and it's going to be an amazing experience for women and men who choose to join and be part of it. So Linda, for you it's been really challenging because your club is online, which is mean truly global, because you bring women from all over the world. So why they should join the Accra Club?
Great question, thank you. So the reason why I believe they should join the Accra Club is because part of the Global Woman membership is that you can go to any club around the world. And so I'm in a very fortunate position that I live in London, but I run my club online for Accra, Ghana. And so when women come to my club, they can meet women from, not just from Ghana, from all over the world. All of my members are completely global. So you get the true sense of feeling of being in a global community when you come to my online meetings. And also I tune into my own experience, because as a young child, I was very, very shy. And I know what it's like to feel lonely, and I know what it's like to get that support. So everything that I do as a leader for my community, I put that into it. So whatever I would like to feel as a new member, I put that into my members as well. So they get my love and support, they get that global community, they get the fire of Africa in terms of the energy when they come to our meetings.
What else you want in life?
So yeah, it's very, very energetic, our meetings, because I come to the London meetings, to Mayfair, to Notting Hill as well, and I see the energy that it brings, and I then translate that into my online meetings. So everyone goes home with a great experience.
Yeah, that's the whole point. And I always emphasize the idea, hey, you can find everything, you can learn the experience, you can get the skills and everything, but you have to have that energy.
Yes.
Passion is something that you don't learn in the books, you find it in the community. That energy, that excitement, that enthusiasm, you find it by going and finding the like-minded people. So yeah, you attract that.
Yeah, thank you. And the other thing I just wanted to say was that, you know, when it's online, you know, some people have a preconception that it might just be boring, you're just going to be talked at.
Oh, you don't. I have heard many people saying Linda's events definitely not boring.
I've heard that as well.
So everyone, thank you, everyone has a voice. Everyone has a voice and gets to contribute in the meetings, and it's lots and lots of fun.
Thank you. Yes, life should be fun. Okay, so Enas, your message. I mean, Notting Hill is like high standard, and especially the place where you run the events is very glamorous, and of course women have a reason to dress up.
Of course.
So what else?
And what I love about it as well is like Beach Blanket Babylon is one of the places that's been, if you say Notting Hill, you would know Beach Blanket Babylon, because it got history, and it looks beautiful, but there is history to it, and I love that. And it's the same thing that I want to provide for women. If you're an ordinary, I'm not saying that, if you opt for an ordinary life, you don't want to take yourself on, you just want to, you know, get married, have children, don't want to create a business, you don't want to take yourself on, definitely this is not for you. But if you want to take yourself on, if you want to create a legacy that you can leave behind, even if you want to take yourself on, you know, finding your partner and creating something with your partner, this is the space for you. All of the Global Women is going to be available for you to connect. Also, one thing that is really the club offer, and people take advantage of it, and I think that I really would love to highlight it, is everything that you're looking for out there, people will be sitting next to you, can provide that for you. You know, like I'll give you an example. A book that I wanted to create, you know, someone in the club helped me out with that. A TEDx in the club that happened. Whatever you want, TV, gym, brands, you want to sell your products, all of that can be done inside of that club. And that's what Notting Hill, and I think all of Global Women can offer, because if you sign up for my club and you love the energy of creative, musician, you know, reality show stars, that what's Notting Hill known of, you can also access Accra online, you can access Mayfair and get the glamour of Mayfair. You can access yours, which you provide so many fundraising and also investors, more of like the politicians, which is something that's not an everyday connection that you can find. So that's what you can get out of joining the club.
Enas, I mean,
I know.
you sold it. You girls have sold it to me. I am listening. So, where is this? Oh wow, it looks amazing. Where do I find this club?
I know, right? You got
Ladies, you sold it
Come
so
after tomorrow, Friday.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, wow. And you run meetings every month, and once you join one club, you belong to all the clubs.
Yes.
So Linda Attram, Enas Daeki, and Dasha White, it has been a blessing to have experienced this journey with you. And I believe every woman who has had the chance to meet you in person, to come and spend some time with you, get your energy, your advice, your skills, your experience, and everything you do, it's everything women need. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's keep going.
Thank you so much for having us today.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.